Hello everyone, it is Skoggul, doing my Morgana games. This count's leveling way too slow. Just wanted to get it to 30 really quick so that I can see how high I can get ranked on Morgana. I might do that with a few champions to see how many champions I can just run up to gold, or maybe how many I can get to platinum. We'll see out of the two, but we'll just get started on it. So here, my first game, I'm mid versus Victor. I have a good laning phase. Went pretty well. I find that I like going against Victor or Veigar or people who rely on CC more so than mids that do a ton of damage, like Katarina. Just commenting. Okay, so what did I learn from these games? I learned that sometimes you don't just get a ridiculous game that runs you up to a score and it makes it look like you do really good. I'm learning how to use my black shield a little more. I feel more comfortable even if I'm not mid and I'm support. I feel I know the champion well to know how much you really do bring to the table while just being support. I am finding that it is better to get a little bit of runes and mass or CDR from the blue pot and or the blue buff, and then get one 15% item, and then you get 4% from masteries, and you can get whatever it is from runes. But if you don't need the magic resist, it seems to be better to do that. So I'll miss a few times. I'm still really working out the slow projection speed, but I think I make good decisions now. So part of learning champion is you got to learn when you can get away with stuff and when you can't. It's kind of nice when things go well and it went bad, like you missed your stuff, but you still were able to kite or do whatever you needed to do well with it. Or you can get a kill, pick someone off, just use all your tools, get away. It's kind of cool to do that. Yeah, so here, just a bunch of them. Trying to learn what your limits and capabilities are. That's what's more or less hard. In these games, I think I've gone against Nocturne a little bit. It kind of becomes a skill with the shield, but Morgana has this distinct advantage is as soon as you see the tethers you can shield, you don't have to shield before then. So there, yeah, lock kite, lock them in place, go get the plus signs. I'm definitely figuring out Dominion better than I was before. I was okay at it. I feel like I'm getting better in small battle skirmishers and how to keep melees off, and I'm getting better with my aim of my shot, but that's going to come. But I'm really good at knowing when to black cleaver myself. I need to improve on when to black cleaver teammates, because for whatever reason I can mess that up more so than others. I'm learning that she is more of a support than a late game carry champion. She supports very well though. She can just set up kills more than a lot of other champions. She does enough damage. She can get fed and get a lot of kills, but it's just interesting that she does so much damage in some areas. A little trick is your W does more damage. It procs immediately for the first tick and does more damage than your auto attack. So you can use the W to instead of that last auto attack when someone's escaping. So yeah, this champion, I have games where you can kind of learn what you can get away with. I knew about how much damage that was going to be, so I knew I'd get a kill. I was hoping to save my teammate, but you can't always do that. I mean, this Ashe will just stand toe-to-toe with people. You can't always help how your people play. And yeah, when you don't have your Q on cooldown, you really can get yourself in trouble here. Yeah, I couldn't have timed that much better. So it's about timing. It's like when I was playing Taric, I learned how to when not to use my W more so than I learned anything else when I mastered him, and how to run at people and act like you're going to do something and not do it, or know what you can do so that if they don't respond, you can land your stuff, and if they do respond, you just don't actually use your mana. Like, I'll learn when I can position to miss, or well, it'll be a hard shot when I am using my skills. My skill shot's like my Q, and I can run at people to bluff it, and if they don't move, I'll get in a prime position and land it. But if they move, I can't do much about that. It's you're watching how she works is she has the magic shield, which is a whole nuke, plus you can't be CC'd, and she has, so that's a big deal and why you can fight early. Basically, if you land your Q, everyone on your team is going to think you're good, and if you miss Qs, you're going to be bad. Her strength while fighting, she's tankier than a lot of mages because she has to run amongst the other team, so something to consider. And you can just kind of, what I'd like to do on Dominion, I'm learning, is after I'm on cooldown, I'm really not much use, so I go ahead and grab the point when I'm around. That's been something nice. Make someone flash while they're on their steps. That's kind of funny. And that one was close. If we had had an ignite, well, maybe not. She was close to her base. So yeah, you want to try to take advantage. This is a quadra kill, almost a penta. I was just a little bit late to the party. So there's the first, and then I'm able to laser them all. I can't save my teammate here. You'll notice I'm playing with Arcor, who's Gentleman Cho'Gath in a few games. He's my brother. I'm trying to teach him the game a little bit. He didn't play that much, and now he's been playing, so we're getting better. He's running 100 games with Cho. I'm running 100 games with Morgana. So you can split the team. There's just so many little strategies you have. Like here, we're really 3-on-4. And one of our guys is low, but we're able to just pick off a lot of people. And you can see even a Katarina who's strong. I think if I had put that W down sooner, I would have gotten a kill instead of her getting away. But you can see how I got the kill, got in there, did wreaked a lot of havoc, and then just got out. You can just shield yourself and walk through Viegur's thing. I don't know why I've gone against Viegur so much recently, but I have, and it has not been the hardest. It's been pretty good. I actually like the matchup for Morgana. And maybe, like I said, if there's going to be people who are good enough to make me think different, just like, I don't know if you really wanted to go after Katarina, if that's a good matchup, but I haven't had much trouble with it. Oh, I'm finding that my games I have had, my best games, I have gotten the Haunting guys as my second item, started with Sorcerer Boots. I've started with a whole bunch of different combinations. Chalice was not very fun. I didn't like that on this map at all. So Chalice not the best. What else? You don't get the GP10s. They're really not that good now that Deathfire Grasp doesn't grow from Cage's lucky pick. I'm just finding I either go Source Boots, or if they're all ADs, there's a double kill. You can just walk through the CC. But you can start Source Boots if you want to do more damage. Here I catch, they're going for Skarner, and I'm going to get one kill, and you can see how you can set up the other kills. Getting distracted all over the place. But yeah, I'll freeze Victor, and then Swain comes, and my brother actually cleans really nicely. So that was right at the end of a game. So you can do, the other one is Chain Vest if you think you're going to be going against a lot or heavy AD. So here Cho'Gath goes into the middle, comes back, and you can bait people by grabbing the point. That's how I land a lot of my skill shots. And you always want to be careful not just to be tanking too much. You want to be tanking a bit but helping your team out, but you don't want to just be in the middle of their team just getting killed for no reason. So it's all about just using terrain, using whatever you can. I freeze him and barely let my Master Yi escape. That was kind of fun. So I try to always be using terrain to my best advantage. And here I know she's going to come down, and then it's just freeze her in place. And she was probably going to die because I was 4-on-1, but you never know when someone could do something or done a little more damage to Cho'Gath, and we could lose Cho'Gath. So I always find it's easiest to land my Q either when I'm unseen, when someone is fighting, going after me, or if someone is going after a teammate. You can do it to pull off plays and to catch people out of position, and it's a great pick off, but it's even, I think it's even nicer when they're going when a melee is trying to attack somebody, because it's really hard to miss. For some reason, people don't dodge as well when they're near walls. So I don't know the precise reasoning, but they're going around that corner and it's easy to stick it. I don't know why Trindamir didn't just back off. People just get so greedy for kills, especially in Dominion. And here she thinks she's getting me pretty well, so it's not hard to freeze her. She's going to play this little dance, and you can really make plays with this champion. There's not a lot of champions you can make a ton of plays, but she's the champion. You can really, it's more skill, it's not just brute force. And if you can catch him barely in tower range, that does a little better. She moved just in time. So yeah, you can go into your ultimate to just avoid damage while they're taking tower shots. And I was going to chase, but Master Yi's there, so I'm just going to push the wave. Because I don't want the next person to have an advantage like she did by letting the wave get there. So here it's just when people think they're escaping, they go around a corner, they don't think to juke. That's probably the best time to juke, is right as you're wrapping around a corner, because they are going to try to hit you through it. And that's like the spot where people juke the worst, because they go around a corner and they think that since they can't see you, that you won't know where they're at. And I've been teaching him to time his pop-up after my binding instead of the other way, just because he's not as good at landing it. So I have found that I've been doing that. I like pure damage dealers, like Master Yi does really well, Jax does really well with Morgana, because you can just lock people down and then they just do a ton of damage. So here, yeah, I just use my defensive tools. It's why I like Zhanya so much. You can just get out of really tough situations against high damage opponents. If you can do it in either to wait for a cooldown or because the teammate's coming or whatever, but you can do a lot of stuff. Barely miss her. That was not a good shot by me. We're going to get around here, and then since we can lock people in place, we're going to get a lot of them. And I'm going to rob Cho'Gath of the triple. Kind of sad. Should have let him have it. Yeah, you could see just how one pick, just one binding leads it so Cho'Gath can't miss his Q, and it's just a free kill. We've been working on that combo. I've been trying to do that with him more if I stun. And I shoot sideways because I'm really good at this game. That's what your pink lasers are for in Dominion. When you screw up your Q, instead of having your team say how bad you suck, you just do something like that. So I get to play a little Fiora dance again. And I'd noticed I was responding a little too late on the Zhanyas, so I got quicker with the Zhanyas. Like, I'm just waiting for the sound and the motion, and then you just hit Zhanyas. Really cool trick in Dominion. It's really awesome in Rift as well. If you're tanking a tower, it can get the tower off you onto a different target. So here, Morgana's just trying to outduel me. And I feel like she's just too good of a dueling champion, especially with Zhanya. Even against an Evelyn, you could just stop that raw damage for a second. She doesn't exactly know what to do because she was standing in the pool. So yeah, Udyr is really screwed against Morgana. I kind of feel bad for this Udyr. I'm trying to learn how to use this corner a little better when I'm pushing on either side, top or bottom. You want to be able to land your stuff, so I've been using the side brushes. It's harder to use the side brush from certain team sides. On other teams, it's easier. If they're not going to stand anywhere near the lane brushes, you can use those brushes, I guess is what I'm getting at. So here, I'm just going to wait out the flash. It's just patience. I know that if I would have tried to Q long range to get into range, it probably wouldn't have worked. So with Knight and R, we had him, and then Cho'Gath comes and finishes, but I always love watching my team get big because Morgana can't do it all by herself. If she gets really big and you don't get someone on your team that can do a lot of damage with you, then people just escape you late game. You just kind of run out of damage. She doesn't quite do the same as some other things. And yep, just a pick, just a fish that got out of position, and I polluted the water and she died, I think is what happened. That's what it looks like to me. So here I know they're both tanks, but got them. And Moo tries to get me, and I am rooted, but usually I have a pull down or he's bound. Sometimes I'll have my black shield up. So yeah, I catch her coming around the corner, and then Katarina's just too late, and she's gonna eat my ult, and the fish just wants to be dead again. I don't think we missed any of our skill shots. So that's good. When you start landing your skill shots and learning to farm and learning your matchups, then you start feeling really strong on a champion. Because it's more about knowing when you can do stuff, when you can't. So here, I'm trying to get them both. Uder's going to walk away. Zhanya's the Katarina ult. If you haven't played against a cat, you probably haven't played recently, but that Katarina ult just does just ridiculous amounts of damage. So basically that's why I was Zhanya's, because I was no way I was going to silence it or get out of there. So Zhanya's really helps against that. Alright, another game. And here he thinks he's going to kill me because he locked his fear tethers, but I just shield afterwards. Easy to pick up a kill. And back off and save my friend here. Don't get a kill. I should have been a little bit more aggressive actually. So I didn't Q right away because I was afraid I was going to miss because they'd been dodging it. But I got 3 people in the pink beams. That's a game changer. The more you can get. You can always save all your teammates. And I was trying to catch the choke so we could kill him, but we were unable to. And this fish is just not really very good, I guess. So yeah, that was just a bait. Make her miss. And I should have gone for the point. She beats me to that, but that is okay because I won't miss. Yeah, that's again a Master Yi. Someone who does high damage is actually really nice. And yeah, that was my nobody saw that moment. I was waiting in that bush for it and then just missed. So yeah, that's really not very good. And we're just going to chain CCs, and you got stuck in the pool all day and you were dead. Yeah, Nocturne is just a timing thing because you can both shield the CC. I think Nocturne would be a champion, but really spell shield. Play Gangplank and Olaf and Nocturne. So Nocturne is my obstacle. Quick kill. And so comes Nocturne and kill me, can't, wants to kill Corey, can't, arrow. He would have been dead. Good long range shot, so from long range.